What do you do for a living now? You work for the Biden administration. Is your job to wake them up, or what's your job? Hey! There's a war! Okay, what do you do for the Biden administration? What a shit show of a job you have. I can't believe you admitted that in front of all these people. You have the freedom to lie. You could have said you were a hooker and I would have been proud of you. What do you do?
I travel to southern states.
You go to the South and try to settle on Biden? You're fucking retarded. What the fuck? What are you talking about? That's your fucking job? You know, hey, listen, I know you guys want Trump, but Biden, I mean... Wow. Are you ready to be unemployed, or what's your life?
Perfect? No, he's not perfect, right? Of course he's not. Has he gotten everything done? No, he hasn't. But he's got to convince people he's going to be the one fighting for them. That's the message. Has it worked effectively entirely yet? No.
Okay, Jen, let me just repeat to everyone what you just said. Is Joe Biden perfect? No. Has he gotten everything done? No. Can he convince people that he's fighting for them? No. So you're now admitting that Joe Biden is a failure. I don't think you were supposed to say that.
Do you know why 380,761 ballot images from Election Day machine count are not available?
We subpoenaed Fulton County for all of their ballot images. We received approximately 518,000 ballot images.
From Election Day?
Those are for the recount.
Those are from the recount, but we have no ballot images for 380,761 ballots from Election Day, correct?
What was subpoenaed was the ballot images for the recount, because that's what this case was about, not the Election Day.
Does Fulton County know why there are not 380,761 ballot images from Election Day?
As with the investigators, we have not been apprised of this allegation. This is the first I'm hearing about it. I have no idea what the basis of that allegation is, and so we would have to we can't answer that at this time.
Would Fulton County agree that every vote should have a ballot?
Here now, a biological male wearing a dress with a pair of leggings. Do you sincerely believe that I should be subject to punitive justice on the basis of what I'm wearing?
I would encourage you to behave as a man, is what I would do, because you are a man, and I don't know how exactly you came to the point where you think you're a woman or very much would like to be a woman, but you aren't. And I don't think anyone who is affirming your delusion is helping. I think they're lying to you, and I think it's very disrespectful, and I think it will not lead to your flourishing. I think it will only immiserate you. You might hate me for telling you the truth, but I think the truth will set you free. Furthermore, your masquerading as a woman does infringe on the legitimate rights of other people, the rights of women to have their own bathrooms, the rights of women to have their own sports leagues. That is not something that you have a right to do, no matter how sincerely you believe the fantasy that you're a woman.
The president is really busy. Obviously, he probably catches up during the day, like many of us here, but look, the president's going to focus on the American people. That's his focus. Look, the president is really busy. Obviously, he probably catches up during the day, like many of us here, but look, the president's going to focus on the American people. That's his focus.
Also joined Brahmins football's biggest fans, Bill and Steve of the radio show Crawdads Countdown to Kickoff.
Biden could stop this stuff on a dime. On a dime. How can I put this? It just goes to show you that even old people can suck, okay? All he would have to do is pick up the phone and call the president of Columbia University quietly and say, Madam President, how you doing? Listen, I don't have a lot of time, and I know you're busy. You've got 14 days to get control of your campus, or you're not getting any more federal money. Now, she will pounce on that like a ninja. But Joe Biden hadn't done that. And President Biden is not going to do that. And it's not just because even older people can suck. He's not going to do that because of the raw gut politics, and you know it, and I know it. President Biden is scared to death to alienate the Hamas wing of the Democratic Party. And he has read that new CNN poll, just came out, that said that 52% of likely voters, a CNN poll said 52% of likely voters will never, under any circumstances, on God's good green earth, vote for Joe Biden. 52%. 52% will vote for the guy who salts the French fries at McDonald's before they will vote for Joe Biden. And he knows that. And that's why he is doing, or in this case, not doing, what he's not doing at these universities. And you should call it for what it is. Rule by mob. Rule by mob. A belief in diversity, equity, inclusion, and the right to kill Jews. And it's wrong.
Madam Vice President, Hamas has accepted a ceasefire deal. Hamas has accepted a ceasefire deal. Your reaction?
What are your thoughts on Hamas accepting a ceasefire deal?
President Biden's administration is facing pressure to step up its response to anti-Semitic incidents on college campuses across the country.
How do you explain his silence this week?
I understand their passion.
Jewish leaders and lawmakers from both parties are accusing President Biden's administration of taking a lax approach.
Why hasn't the president been more forceful in talking about the protests?
They have a point.
We've seen anti-Semitism on university campuses, in the public square, and in threats against Jewish citizens. This is my pledge to you. We will confront anti-Semitism. We will stamp out prejudice. We will condemn hatred. We will bear witness, and we will act. When I get back into office, I will put every single university and college president on notice. The American taxpayer will not subsidize the creation of terrorist sympathizers on American soil. I will defend our friend and ally, the State of Israel, like nobody has ever defended it before. I will always stand with the Jewish people.
Imagine a kid 2 years old saying, "Mom, don't take me across Rio Grande, it's against the law." Give me a break. These have been model citizens.
The illegal immigrant charged with killing Laken Riley, who you see right there on your screen.
When police tried to take the person dressed in yellow into custody, that's when things took a turn, and the group began attacking the officers.
Here's one suspect flipping the bird to the cameras. He could care less. Another blows kisses as he smiles and laughs. The other suspect next to him also putting up the middle fingers and cursing at those reporters. Remorseless, brazen, smug.
Mi gente, he pensado invadir una casa en United States, ya que me enteré que existe una ley que dice que si una casa no está habitada, podemos expropiarla.
Last week in Gates County, North Carolina, an armed illegal immigrant was arrested who was on the federal terrorist watch list.
If you are smart enough, you will know who I am. But you are really not smart enough to know who I am. But soon you're going to know who I am.
Okay. The lie detector determined that was a lie.
By the way, Walmart just announced that they're going to open a new store. And they just announced that they're going to charge the product for all the products they have the same exact price it was charged before.
Jake, what you doing?
Open. Okay.
And have the protest forced you to reconsider any of the policies with regard to the region?
No. Thank you.
Mr. President, do you think the National Guard should intervene?
Angel, he said, we must address the council and address the better angels of our nature. And we do well to remember what else he said.
Well done, mainstream media. Well done, social media. Well done. You've got the president that you wanted. You didn't like Donald Trump. He was too brash, too difficult for you. So you decided to run a campaign where rather than being critical and doing your job, you basically became champions for Joe Biden. Very little investigation into the laptop of his son, Hunter. Very little scrutiny of what the American electoral process became. And I have to say, this is your victory. Well done, mainstream media. You put this man in the White House, and he's a disaster. And the impact of his decision, the way he's gone about this, will be with us for many, many years to come.
And I guess they were trying to flip the switch. But the idiocy that you see on your screen right now, did you see the guy run underneath? Look, they're trying to get beyond the police tape here. I mean,
what kind of obstruction are they getting?
Craziness right now.
You know, I called him Mr. President. He said, you can call me Joe. And I said, can I call you Joe B-1 Kenobi? And he liked that.
Teaching writing for 40 years, as Tom referenced. So one day, a student named Harry, who wanted to be an auto mechanic, raised his hand. Dr. B, he said, the only thing I need to learn how to write is needs breaks. He was, well, you finally got it. Come on, wake up. So he was joking, of course. USA!
We also have void, voids, void self, end, ender, enders, ender self, death, deaths, death self, pix, pixel, pickles, pix, pixel.
Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers. Self. Just wipe that stuff off of your face and do your best to go get a job. Maybe touch a blade of grass on your way to go do so. Please do anything else. Anything.